Hello and welcome to the video lecture on joins. We're just going to run through some of the PowerPoints just to kind of clarify what we mean by the term join. So a join is how we are going to relate two tables together on a common field into what's known as a view or a single table. So we've done the views in IT 117. We've seen that when you run a query on a single table with a where clause or with group bys and aggregate functions, you're going to get a result set back. The result set in Microsoft Access is known as a query, but many people refer to it as a logical table. Because for all intents and purposes, after you run an SQL statement and the result set is returned, that result set can be seen as a logical table. Now, what we're doing is we're doing multiple table joins. We're going to start with the Equi join. And what we do in an Equi join is we set up a join condition based on equality between values in common columns. So typically, and I'd say 95% of the time, when you're joining two tables together, you're typically joining a primary key with a foreign key. We're going to run into examples where we want to find, for instance, the customers that live in the same state as our salespeople. In that case, we would join those two tables on the state column, for instance. The natural join is something that's used in Oracle, and it's an interesting kind of join. We're not going to really cover it in IT 118. I want you to know what it is because I cover it in some of the quiz questions. But as far as learning the SQL associated with the natural join, we're not going to do that because the only way you can do that is in the Oracle environment or maybe SQL Server, but it doesn't work in Microsoft Access, and since I'm using Microsoft Access for all of the examples, we're not going to be using the natural join. The natural join is explained briefly in the text. I'm going to show you a PowerPoint slide that demonstrates what it'll actually do, but it's not often used, so it's not something that I'm going to waste much time discussing. When we bring two tables together, we can also have what's known as an outer join. You know what? I'm going to leave this at that because we'll get to outer joins in a later video.